Water is the basic element of nature. It covers 70% of the Earth's surface. It provides life, eases out heat, drains harmful substances, and mediates many day-to-day works. Water needs to be replenished, purified, and circulated again so that it can perform its functions. And this is why the water cycle is so important. There are 7 ways that water gets cycled, and these are evaporation, condensation, sublimation, precipitation, transpiration, runoff, and infiltration. The first process is evaporation, and this is a process where water at the surface turns into water vapors. In evaporation, water absorbs heat energy from the sun and turns into vapors. Water bodies like oceans, seas, lakes, and rivers are the main sources of evaporation. Through evaporation, water moves from the hydrosphere to the atmosphere, and as water evaporates, it reduces the temperature of the water bodies. The second step is condensation, and this is essentially where water vapors change into tiny droplets of water. As water vaporizes in the water vapor, it rises up in the atmosphere. At high altitude, the water vapors change into very tiny particles of ice or water droplets due to the low temperatures in the high altitude. This process is called condensation. The particles come close together to form clouds and falls in the sky. The third step is sublimation, and this is a process where ice directly converts into water vapors without converting. This happens when temperature is low or pressure is high. The main sources of water from sublimation are the ice sheets of the North Pole and South Pole and the ice caps on the mountains. Sublimation is rather slow compared to evaporation. The fourth step is precipitation, and this is when the clouds drop their water to the Earth's surface due to wind or temperature change. This occurs because the water droplets combine to make bigger droplets. Also, when the air cannot hold any more water, it precipitates. At high altitudes, the temperature is low, and hence the droplets lose their heat energy. These water droplets fall down as rain. If the temperature is very low, the water droplets fall as snow. Water also precipitates in the form of drizzle, sleet, and hail. Hence, water enters the lithosphere. The fifth step is transpiration, and this is where water vapors are formed by the plants. As water precipitates, some of it is absorbed by the soil. This water enters the process of transpiration. Transpiration is a process similar to evaporation, where liquid water is turned into water vapor by the plants. The roots of the plants absorb the water and push it toward leaves, where it is then used for photosynthesis. The extra water is moved out of the leaves through the stomata as water vapor. Thus, water enters the biosphere and exits into the gaseous phase. The sixth step is runoff, and runoff is the process where water runs over the surface of the earth. As water runs over the ground, it displaces the topsoil with it and moves the minerals along with the stream. This runoff combines to form channels and then rivers and ends up into the lakes, seas, and oceans. The final step of the water cycle is infiltration, and this is where water moves deep into the soil. Some of the water that precipitates does not run off into rivers, and instead it is absorbed by the plants or gets evaporated. It also can move deep into the soil. This is called infiltration. The water seeps down and increases the level of groundwater. It is called pure water and is drinkable. The infiltration is measured as inches of water soaked by the soil per hour.